Hello there, Ms. Nancy. Thank you so much for choosing me to do this reading for you. Read the one question. I don't know if I call this really a reading if it's just one question. What is this? I don't know, a micro reading? No, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for choosing me either way, whatever we're going to actually call this. I appreciate that. Thank you everybody here for watching, checking out my reading style, keeping up on our fragmented soap operas coming up here. Clearing the cards for you right now, Ms. Nancy. While I'm doing that, let me just let everybody know I do have other services available. I have more private versions of readings, and I also do reiki sessions, both in person and at a distance. And I also do house clearings if you're in the Golden, Colorado area, and psychic parties also in the Golden, Colorado area. And I have addiction relief services. Those are like the readings and like the Reiki sessions. Those can be received in person or over the telephone or over Skype. Okay, so we have your cards cleared, Ms. Nancy. The names on this question have been changed for anonymity purposes. And if I'm hesitating before I say the name, it's because this person is somebody that I've been working with for a little while, and I'm trying to make sure I don't slip and say the wrong name. So, let's read Nancy's question while I'm shuffling. Hi. I can't wait to hear what you see for me. Sent PayPal payment for the $6 reading. I would love to know what you see ahead for Mike and I. Love the readings. Okay, so what is coming up during the next 6 months for Nancy and Mike? Let's find out. Next 6 months. Next 6 months for Nancy and Mike. Let's take a peek, shall we? We start off with the Wheel of Fortune, and sometimes that means that it's not to be known yet. But I'll feel into that here after I get the cards down. But that was why I went, Don't always like seeing that as the first card out the gate. But if it doesn't mean that, usually it's a pretty good card. Within the next 6 months for Nancy and Mike. Okay, so first of all, the wheel is not coming up that it means we're not selling you. It's not meaning that at all. It is talking, though, about that seasons change, that phases of life change, that things change. Things tend to come full circle sooner or later. And this is talking about that that the seasons are changing. You know, the phases are changing. Things are going to be coming around in a different way than what they used to for the two of you. I do still feel like, even with that, there is going to be some distance between you. Excuse me. Alright, I think I'm done. Just one sneeze. My apologies for the interruption. So there is going to be some time where you guys are still at a distance, is what I have coming up here. I don't see you guys coming back together anytime real soon. What we're looking at, this is probably about a 5-week time frame. So seasons are changing is the main theme of the first 5 weeks starting today. Then after that, our next theme is still that there is a distance. There may actually be a little hint of contact here or there, but I think that most any contact that's going to be coming would probably be coming in via other. There may be 1 or 2 instances where you guys actually make some kind of connection, but I don't see anything significant as far as contact during that next 5 or so week period. During the middle of this 6-month period, excuse me. I really want to dig into this card before I start talking. So there's something significant going on during the middle of the 6-month period that is not actually a part of the relationship. I believe that it's outside the relationship, but it has a big effect on whatever relationship you guys have at this point. And even at this point, like, I don't feel like there's a big connection. You know, like I said, whatever communication came up in the 5 weeks before, not very much. Not really significant, not anything to write home about. But there's something going on right in the middle here that is impacting this relationship, and I think that this has to do. I want to put some clarifiers actually. Is this something that's going to be impacting Nancy or something that impacts Mike? This is interesting because I don't see it as having super direct impact on either one of you. I do see this as having indirect impact on both of you. So I think that there's going to be something that happens in your community or in your group of people, maybe one of your mutual friends. There's going to be something that happens that gives you guys both pause to think about how you're living your life and what are your priorities, and it will impact probably both of your perspectives on relationship, but definitely yours, Miss Nancy. I really think there's going to be somebody who is dealing with the death of somebody close to them. And I feel like somebody that's dealing with that death is someone who is, mutually connected to the two of you. I don't feel like this is somebody that, like whoever it is that passes on, I don't feel like this is somebody that is directly related to you or directly related to him, but this person is definitely in both of your sphere of influence, and I think this actually shakes both of you up and makes you look at priorities and, what do you want to do before you actually kick the bucket in? How much time do you want to waste goofing around, assuming that you've got tomorrow and the next day and the next day? So I see that coming up and being a key player right in the middle of our time frame that we're looking at here. So right around the 3-month point. Then as we move along, sorry about that. I actually said the real name, so I'm going to be cutting that out of the video so y'all don't hear it. But as we move along, I want to look and see if this next thing has to do with Nancy or with Mike. Well, there we go. Looks to me like there's some kind of move coming up for you, Nancy, and that's also going to be impacting any kind of communication that you might be hoping for from Mike. This move, to me, this has to do with either with home or with work, and I want to kind of look and see what does this move have to do with. I think this move has to do with home. You may actually be moving home, or you may have a situation that is changing at home. It could be that maybe your son is moving away from home or moving into home, whatever that might be. It could be that there's a roommate in your home that would be changing. Like I said, you could be changing your home completely. You could be moving completely. There's something going on that has to do with a change in home. Either you're changing the location of your home, or something significant is changing about your home and who you're sharing it with coming up. And that's going to be definitely impacting the relationship, which is also bringing up another question for me. Maybe I'm giving away the farm here, but I want to find out if this is talking about that Mike would be moving in with Nancy, or Nancy might be moving in with Mike, either one. Will these two actually be moving into the same home together? Wow. Okay, so this kind of came out of nowhere, but this is a strong yes. I think you guys are actually going to end up living in the same space together after whatever this is, that this catalyst to make you guys think about relationships and priorities and life, and how long is it, and how much time do we want to waste. So that was unexpected. I was not expecting to see that right there in the middle of that. So far we hadn't even established that there was strong communication yet. Next thing we know, we've got you guys in the same house. So interesting stuff. You're looking at, that's probably around 4.5 months from now. And then following that, we have the Wanderer card coming up, which does talk about brand new beginnings. So to me, this would be, especially with you moving into the home, or him moving into the home, I think that's going to be you moving into his home, the way the cards came up here. What we have coming up is a new beginning following that. So about 6 months from now, I think that you will be entrenched in a new beginning with Mr. Mike. Okay, my dear. I think that pretty much wraps up our reading. Remember, everybody, if you would like to take advantage of one of these readings or any of my other services, feel free to contact me. All the information that you need is on my website. Everyone have a wonderful day. Peace out.